Hi guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. NBA Grizzlies put historic 51-point beat down on Warriors. Santi Alama scored 21 points and grabbed 14 rebounds for the Memphis Grizzlies, who drained a franchise-best 27 three-pointers and shot 54% to overwhelm the visiting Golden State Warriors 144-93 on Thursday. It was the second biggest win in terms of margin in Grizzlies history, trailing only a 152-79 rout of the Oklahoma City Thunder on December 2, 2021. Their Warriors matched the fourth worst defeat in franchise history. The Grizzlies led by 22 at the end of the first quarter, 31 at the half, and by 57 in the fourth quarter. Jay Claravio added 19 points for Memphis. Jaren Jackson Jr. scored 17. Desmond Bane finished with 15 points and 7 assists, and Luke Kennard also logged 15 points. 11 of the 12 who played for the Grizzlies made at least one three-pointer. The Grizzlies, who never trailed, scored a season high in points, getting 82 from their bench. Brandon Bodem Sky had a season-high 21 points to lead the Warriors, who had a three-game win streak against the Grizzlies, and Andrew Wiggins scored 19 as Golden State fell for the ninth time in 11 games overall. Stay up to date with the latest health and wellness reads. Memphis won for the 11th time in its past 13 games but lost star guard John Morant to an injury early in the third quarter. Morant fell hard to the ground while driving to the basket and limped to the locker room with 909 to go in the quarter. He returned to the bench later in the period but did not play the remainder of the game. Warriors star Stephen Curry was held to 2 points, the lowest single game output of his career in contests when he played at least 12 minutes. He missed each of his 7 field goal attempts, 6 of them from three-point range. It was also the first time he went without a basket when playing 12-plus minutes. Curry finished with a -41 ratio on the game, having played 24 minutes. Teammate Draymond Green wound up at -42 while registering no points, no rebounds and no assists in 19 minutes. The Grizzlies jumped out to an early 13-2 lead and never looked back. Memphis made 7 three-pointers in the opening quarter. The Warriors struggled during the Grizzlies' toward start. Golden State shot 17.4% in the first quarter and Curry was held scoreless. The 37-5 deficit was the Warriors' largest at the end of an opening quarter this season. Grizzlies pull petty move on Warriors during 51-point beat down win. The Memphis Grizzlies got to bust out a favorite pastime of theirs during their absolute thumping of the Golden State Warriors on Thursday. Memphis took care of business at home against Golden State, running their Western Conference rivals out of the gym by a final score of 144-93. The Grizzlies stormed out to a 23-point lead at the end of the first quarter and never looked back from the coasting to an easy win in which no starter played over 24 minutes. They also managed to hold both Steph Curry and Draymond Green without a single field goal combined between the two of them on the evening, the first time that had ever happened. As the final minutes were ticking away in the fourth quarter, the Grizzlies got petty with their music selection at FedEx Arena. They started playing their old fan favorite song, Whoop That Trick. Whoop That Trick is a song from the 2005 film Hustle and Flow, which is set in Memphis. The song became a rallying cry of sorts for the Grizzlies over the years and was embraced by star player John Morant in part as a means of trolling the Warriors, but the song had been semi-retired in more recent years after opponents used it to troll the Grizzlies right back after winning games over them. The Warriors were among those teams, with Curry quoting it during Golden State's 2022 playoff victory over Memphis, and Green even dancing to it during a game in that series after the Grizzlies licked their wounds last season with a 27-win campaign. They are back in a big way this season at 19-9, number 2 in the West. Grizzlies writer Lang Whitaker notes that this is the first time the team has played Whoop That Trick this year, and it couldn't have come at a more fitting time in the middle of the SmackDown victory over their single biggest NBA rivals and the Warriors. The Brooklyn Nets were never expected to be competitive this season. Parting ways with Mel Bridges put them in a tough spot. They were always projected to be among the league's bottom-feeding squads. That meant that most of their veteran players entered the NBA season as potential trade candidates, notably that included Dennis Schroder. That's why it's shocking that the veteran guard never saw the trade coming. In his introductory press conference with the Golden State Warriors, the former Los Angeles Lakers point guard admitted to being blindsided by the move, stating that he was just starting to get comfortable in Brooklyn by a Nets kingdom. Unfortunately for him, he might not be able to get comfortable at all in the Bay Area, according to a report by ESPN. Shams Charania, the Warriors wouldn't mind flipping him and his contract again if that meant getting a superstar to pair with Stephen Curry. However, if that's not the case, he should be tasked with a heavy workload with Steve Kerr's team. He's reportedly even considered to be a starter next to Curry. Coach Kerr claimed that Schroder would be crucial in the non-staff minutes, adding that number 30 has been worn out and banged up this season. Schroder isn't a star by any means, but he's a proven veteran and offensive catalyst who could immediately impact the Warriors helpfully if they trade him. They'll let him know first. Warriors are showing interest in trading for Bull center, with Stephen Curry and Draymond Green gradually getting up there in age and nearing the downsides of their careers. The Golden State Warriors are almost desperate to swing a big trade that would reopen their championship window. They got off to a 12-3 start this season, which led some to think they had become legitimate contenders again, but they have dropped 8 of their last 10 games since, and it is clear they need an impact player to get to the next level. Per veteran NBA reporter Evan Sidery, their Warriors have checked in about the availability of Chicago Bulls center Mika Vick. During the last decade of Warriors excellence, the center position has been seen as their one weakness, and perhaps Vick could turn it into a relative strength. The 14-year veteran has career averages of 17.2 points and 10.5 rebounds a game, and he has become a somewhat reliable three-point shooter. He's making an outstanding 47.5% of his attempts from downtown this season. However, the two-time All-Star has long been seen as a weak defender, so it is debatable whether he would be a good fit for a team whose defense was the open secret to their dynasty. Golden State currently ranks 7th in defensive rating, but they do need a true second offense star to take the next step, and perhaps Vick would fit the bill. Their second leading scorer right now is forward Andre Wiggins, who is averaging 17.7 points a game and has reached the 20-point mark just 8 times in 21 games. And you fan, what do you think of the situation of Mika Vick? Leave your opinion in the comments.